And I have to ask you, why the surprise? We understand, and we heard from our correspondent, this was a surprise to some people. Why did the polls get it wrong, it seems, at this stage, in terms of underestimating, once again, President Erdogan?
First of all, there were many important dynamics. The deteriorating Turkish economy, devaluation of the Turkish lira, the earthquake. Of course, when you add all these three factors, you expect wind of change, right?
Right, an incumbent facing strong headwinds, especially after the earthquake. I heard a lot of people say it was an earthquake that put President Erdogan into office, the previous government's reaction. But it would be an earthquake that would take him out of office.
But when you're looking at the earthquake region, again, for Erdogan, it's a miracle. He delivered a landslide victory in the earthquake zone, especially in the Kahramanmaraş province, where significant damage basically happened there. But still, the Pious Muslim constituency remains Pious Muslim constituency. So as a result, despite many expectations from the secular camp, we are seeing that Mr. Erdogan once again could manage to attract the attention of his constituency, his traditional constituency in the Central Anatolia. And besides that, I think the most important, blessing for Erdogan is Mr. Kılıçdaroğlu himself. He basically...
The main opposition candidate.
Indeed. He defeated him 3 times in the past in 3 different general elections, once in a public referendum, and once Mr. Kılıçdaroğlu supported another candidate. So in this regard, we can say, of course, in retrospect, it's very easy to speak, but it could be a better decision to pick someone else instead of Kılıçdaroğlu, because he was not a fresh name and he was not that much charismatic at all. He received the support of Mayor of Istanbul, Ekrem İmamoğlu, who is far more charismatic than...
Right, the Mayor of Istanbul, that's an office that Erdogan wrote to power. But why not? Why didn't they? It seems a common problem here is the disunity of the opposition against ego.
Yeah, it's ego, definitely. And besides that, I think, again, in retrospect, we can say that the head of E Party, Miss Meral Akşener, I think she was right when she opposed to the candidacy of Mr. Kılıçdaroğlu, because she was skeptical how Kılıçdaroğlu could attract the attention of the masses. And also we have another problem. I know that many friends of mine in Turkey who are voting for this opposition parties, they may hate me, but I will tell this. The fact that Kılıçdaroğlu is of Alevi origin and is not a Sunni Muslim, unfortunately played a crucial role in these elections. I think the Turkish people are still not ready to vote for a Alevi president.
Let me explain briefly, very briefly.
Sure.
I want to ask something.
It's a religious sect, a heterodox sect, which is an offshoot of Shiite Islam. And in the eyes of the Sunnis and the Shiites, it is considered as a heretic belief. Okay.
Right.
Long story short, let me just conclude a sentence. The Turkish Republic is considered as the successor state of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire is founded on the foundations of Sunni Islam. You cannot basically, the results of the elections are telling us that you cannot put someone anti-system. Unfortunately, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu is not Barack Obama, and Turkey is not the United States of America.
I do it briefly now. 4 years ago, certainly Israel would be very disappointed in this result. But maybe these days, with Erdogan taking a warmer stance toward Israel, the devil could be at least not as a devastating outcome as it might have been for Israel.
For Israel?
Yes.
Ironically, the answer is yes, because as we know, Mr. Erdogan was the architect of this current normalization with Israel, and now this is the Israeli interest to safeguard this fragile normalization, and if it can be guarded thanks to Erdogan's government, so let be it.
Right. So, as I said before, in a sense, the devil they know, and some stability between Jerusalem and Ankara now may be what Jerusalem wants to see.
Indeed, of course, definitely.
All right, definitely interesting. And again, people should never underestimate, it seems, President.
Politics is never black and white. It's gray.
It's gray. Okay, Dr. Eytan, Cohen, Yanarocak, thank you for joining us on The Run.